Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive. And today we're tackling something a little different.
Different how so?
Well, we're all about exploring new ideas, and today it's all about those side hustles,
Side hustles. Okay, I'm listening.
but not the usual ones you hear about.
Yeah.
We're going deep into the unexpected, the kind of gigs where you think, wait, people actually get paid for that?
You've piqued my curiosity.
So get this, we're talking potential earnings of over $900 a day.
Now that got my attention.
Right. Our source this time is Joshua Mayo. He's got this YouTube video, 4 side hustles that no one is talking about for 2024. And let me tell you, some of these are wild.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
First up, trash can cleaning.
Trash can cleaning. You're shitting, right?
Nope, totally serious. He's talking about pressure washing trash cans, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, I mean, it's not glamorous, but I can see the appeal. I guess nobody enjoys cleaning those things.
And that's exactly his point. It's a chore everyone hates, so there's a real need there.
True, and if you don't mind getting a little dirty, I can see how it could be a solid business idea.
And Mayo says the response has been incredible. People are actually thanking him online for offering this service.
Really? That's wild.
It's like they didn't even realize it was an option until someone offered it. Like that aha moment.
It's interesting when you think about it. It speaks to this whole trend of the convenience economy. We're all so busy these days that any service that makes life a little easier is bound to find an audience.
And let's not forget the hygiene factor. A clean trash can is less appealing to pests and all those other critters. It's like peace of mind delivered right to your curb.
Exactly. Plus, the startup costs are pretty low for this one. A decent pressure washer, some cleaning solution, and you're pretty much good to go.
Mayo even suggests using diluted dish soap, so you don't even need anything fancy.
There you go. Low overhead, high demand. It's a classic business model.
And the earning potential is pretty impressive too. He says people are charging around $65 for a one-time cleaning and $35 per can for a monthly service.
Monthly. Wow, so you could build up a regular clientele.
Exactly. And he says you can clean about 4 cans an hour. So if you do the math,
We're talking over $1,000 a day, potentially.
potentially even more if you offer package deals or target businesses with multiple bins.
Okay, I'll admit you've got my attention. I never would have thought cleaning trash cans could be so lucrative.
Right. It just goes to show that sometimes the best side hustles are the ones that nobody else is talking about.
Hmm.
Okay, so maybe grime fighting isn't really your thing.
Yeah, not for everyone.
So let's move on to something a little, cleaner, shall we?
Hit me with it.
Side hustle number 2. Selling print-on-demand canvas art online.
Now that's something I can get behind.
Right. And the cool thing about this one is you don't need to be like a master artist to be successful.
It's more about tapping into what people want and finding those creative ways to deliver it.
Exactly. Mayo really emphasizes that in his video. It's about understanding trends and leveraging platforms like Etsy.
Etsy is perfect for this kind of thing. It's like a built-in marketplace for handmade and unique items.
And when you combine that with print-on-demand services like Printify, it's a game changer. You don't have to worry about inventory or shipping.
Exactly. You create the design, upload it, and they handle the rest. You just sit back and collect your earnings.
And speaking of designs, Mayo mentions a few types that have been really popular lately. Like motivational quotes. Those always seem to resonate with people.
Timeless, right. Who doesn't love a good motivational quote?
Exactly. And then there are those pop culture remixes, taking iconic images or characters and giving them a modern twist.
I've seen those. They can be pretty clever.
Yeah, and they tap into that sense of nostalgia and familiarity. And then he also mentions using public domain images and enhancing them with Photoshop or other editing tools.
So even if you're not a graphic designer, you can still create something unique and eye-catching.
Exactly. And there are tons of resources out there for finding free or affordable images and design elements.
He mentions Unsplash and Envato elements in the video. Those are both great options.
So really, there's no excuse not to at least give it a try. The barrier to entry is pretty low, and the potential upside is huge.
Okay. You've convinced me I'm adding Explore Print on Demand to my to-do list.
Excellent. Now, get ready for side hustle number 3, because this one really surprised me. It involves something most of us do every day online.
Oh. And what's that?
We're talking about creating video reviews for products on Amazon.
Wait, you mean those videos people make showing off products and giving their opinions?
Exactly. Turns out there's actually money to be made in that little corner of the internet.
I had no idea. I always just thought those were helpful for, seeing a product in action before you buy it.
Which they are. But they can also be a source of income. It's a commission-based model.
Okay, so how does that work? Okay, so how does that work?
So basically, if someone watches at least 30 seconds of your video review,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go on to buy that product, or even a similar product on Amazon, you get a cut.
Interesting. So you're driving traffic and sales through your reviews.
Exactly. And the best part is, Mayo says there's actually not a ton of competition in this space yet.
Really? I'm surprised by that. You'd think with how popular Amazon is, everyone and their mother would be making product review videos.
Right. But he gives this great example in his video about the Apple AirPod Max headphones. Tons of written reviews, sure, but hardly any video reviews.
Huh. You know, he's right. I've looked at those myself, and I always gravitate towards the video. You get to see the product in action, hear someone's actual thoughts on it.
Exactly. It's way more engaging than just reading a wall of text.
Yeah.
And it builds trust, too.
Definitely. Okay, so now I'm curious about the logistics. Do you need a fancy camera? Do you have to buy all these products yourself?
Those are good questions, and the answer is not necessarily. Mayo says a lot of people just use their smartphones to film their reviews. And you can start by reviewing products you already own and use regularly, things you're actually passionate about.
That makes sense. Authenticity goes a long way in those kinds of reviews. People can tell if you're being genuine.
Exactly. And if you do need to buy a product specifically for a review, there's always the option to return it afterwards.
Although it's probably a good idea to check Amazon's return policy first, just to be safe.
Absolutely. Always read the fine print.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the side hustle really got me thinking. It's like, we're already spending so much time online shopping. Why not try to make a little money off of it?
Right. It's like turning your shopping habit into a potential income stream. Okay, so what's side hustle number 4?
All right, last but not least, we have AliExpress to Etsy arbitrage.
AliExpress to Etsy arbitrage. Say that 5 times fast.
Oh, I know, right? It's a mouthful. But the concept itself is actually pretty straightforward.
Okay, break it down for me.
So basically, you're finding products on AliExpress, where they're often much cheaper, and then reselling them for a profit on Etsy.
Ah, I see. The classic buy low, sell high strategy.
Exactly. Arbitrage 101. But Mayo stresses that it's not just about finding any cheap product. You need to do your research and find those winning items that people are actually searching for and willing to pay for.
Makes sense. Otherwise, you're just stuck with a bunch of inventory that nobody wants.
Exactly. He uses this great example in his video comparing cup holder inserts to Mickey Mouse ears.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So not a lot of people are searching for cup holder inserts, right? But Mickey Mouse ears, now that's a whole different story.
I see your point. It's about finding those niche products with high demand.
Exactly. And to help you out, he suggests using Google Trends. It's a free tool that lets you see the search volume and popularity of different products over time.
Oh, that's smart. You can actually see what's trending and what people are interested in.
Yep. No more guessing games.
Mm.
And once you've found a product that's got potential, you need to think about your pricing, your profit margins, all that good stuff.
Right, you don't want to sell yourself short.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to price yourself out of the market.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance. But with a little bit of research and planning, you can find that sweet spot. And who knows, maybe you'll stumble upon the next big Etsy sensation.
I love that. From trash cans to canvas prints to Amazon reviews to Etsy arbitrage, who knew there were so many unconventional ways to make extra cash?
Right. It just goes to show that if you're willing to think outside the box and put in a little effort, the possibilities are pretty much endless.
It's inspiring, isn't it? It feels like we're in this new age of entrepreneurship where anyone can create their own opportunities.
I totally agree. So to everyone listening out there, I hope this deep dive has sparked some ideas. Maybe you're a whiz with a pressure washer. Maybe you've got a knack for spotting trends, or maybe you just love trying new things. Whatever your skills or interests may be, there's bound to be a side hustle out there that's perfect for you.
So what are you waiting for? Get out there, explore, experiment, and who knows? Maybe we'll be featuring your story on a future episode of The Deep Dive.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep hustling.